Johnny Depp. I'm a big Johnny Depp fan. I mean, he's got to be my number one.
How does it feel to know that you've written or helped write some of the biggest pop hits in history?
You know, I think the main emotion that I feel is relief, because I struggled for so long, and it's just nice to know that like I can relax and like I made some kind of a mark on pop culture.
Is there a song that you're most proud of, that when you hear it, you're like, that's my song?
I think that my favorite one is Teenage Dream. But I also love Roar. Roar is the latest one, and sometimes the newest one is my favorite one, you know what I mean? And then it gets old and I'm like, I still like Teenage Dream.
Is it different writing music for yourself than it is writing music for somebody else?
Yeah, definitely. You know, when I go in with Katie or Kesha or Kelly Clarkson or whoever it is, I'm there for them. You know, it's kind of like a therapy session, and I talk them through it, and I want to know who broke their heart and what keeps them up at night. And when I'm writing for myself, I kind of just get to sit and be quiet for days. I just won't talk for days. Like, I just like sit down and concentrate and study. So it's very different, yeah.
Are you planning on releasing more music for yourself soon?
Yes, yeah. You know, I just put out this song Sleepwalker online and made an awesome zombie video for it. So I'm psyched on that, and I am coming out with a new album next year. So I can't wait. I've waited a really long time for it.
We were really bummed to hear that the Jonas Brothers canceled their tour, and we know you were supposed to open for them. Do you have any other touring plans?
Not yet. No, I'm playing a couple of the Jingle Ball shows. I'm playing in Los Angeles and Atlanta. I'm playing in Phoenix in a couple weeks. So I've got some shows coming up, but no specific tours. I just want to make sure it's the right fit before I sign on to anything. You know.
And Girl was such a big hit. Have you watched any of the covers of anyone doing, like, you know, from different countries? Like, I know there was an Australian Girl one.
Yes.
And have you reached out to any of the people that have actually?
Yeah, I've retweeted a bunch of them. I think my favorite one was there was like a bunch of bearded bear men who did a cover of it. So the bears were great. They were like American bears. I was really into that one.
Do you have any fun holiday traditions that you do every year?
You know, I just started hosting Christmas a few years ago, and I have my niece come down, and I have a nephew on the way, so I just try to get the family around, do a lot of cooking, lots of eating, and then, you know, top of the year, you go on a juice fast. That's usually what I do.
Are you excited to see the largest tree you lit tonight?
Yes, I am. I haven't been to a tree lighting in a really long time. I used to be in a choir. I was in Seattle Girls Choir as a kid, and so every year we would do the Christmas tree lighting, and I'm a little nostalgic for it, so I'm looking forward to it.
What can we expect from your set tonight?
I'm just doing 3 songs. I'm going to do a medley of the hits that I've written. So people have seen that online, I think, and that's always a fun one to open up with because people can sing along and kind of get to know where I've been and what I've been up to. And then I'm doing American Girl, and I thought in the Christmas spirit I would do a Christmassy song. So I'm doing a beautiful broken down acoustic version of Hallelujah.
Let's go the way tonight, no regrets. Just love, and we can dance until we die. You and I will be out forever. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. The way you turn me on, I can't sleep. Let's run away and don't ever look back. Don't ever look. And I've seen your flag on the Marble Arch, but love is not a victory march. It's a calling, it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Jacket like that.
Hallelujah. 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 I wanna see all the stars and everything. Cold, I am hard.
I think it's tough when you're only doing 3 songs to kind of get people to get a vibe for what you really like, or
Yeah, I mean, you know, when you only have a limited set, it's a little tough. But I think that the medley is pretty involved, so that kind of covers a lot of stuff that I've done. And then, of course, people know American Girl, so that gets them hyped. And then people are going to get to see a more intimate side of me tonight because I've never really done like a fully acoustic thing like this Hallelujah thing I'm about to do. It's the first time I've ever sung it, so that'll be interesting.
Can you describe your style fashion-wise?
Yeah, I like to call it kind of street chic. I do, you know, a lot of vintage stuff, and I kind of like 80s stuff and pin-up stuff. I sort of mix and match I like to think that I'm kind of like a pinup Axl Rose, if you will. But always designer shoes. Always gotta have the designer shoes.
Do you have any album secrets you can drop? Producers or artist featured?
Well, I've been working with, you know, my collaborators that I'm always working with. Of course, Dr. Luke, Max Martin, Ology is my boyfriend, who's in the group Oliver. He's one of my favorite DJs, and so that's very exciting. And yeah, I have some other things in the works that are top secret for now.
Have you picked out a new single yet, or
I have a few in the running, but I'm going to continue to write till the end of the year. I just want to make sure I get all of my ideas out, because sometimes the very last thing they came up with is like the title of the whole album, you know, so I just want to make sure that I get it all out so that I don't feel like I missed anything.
What do you think is the typical American girl?
Typical American girl? I don't think there is a typical American girl. I feel like American girls come in all shapes and sizes, and I think a lot of them are trouble, though. But I don't know. I just try to tell my own story, an American girl, and what I grew up doing, which was loitering in parking lots. So.
Is there one message that you would like to give to your fans, just like if they're going through anything?
Yeah, I would say just be yourself. I mean, that's really what got me through everything, because you can't be anybody else. So why try to be someone you're not? Just try to embrace the things that you do love about yourself and accept the things that you don't. Be yourself.
Oh, Bambi. I don't know about Bambi. Where did that?
Well, Bambi is my alter ego. It's just kind of the character that I play in my videos, and it's just kind of a nice barrier between myself, Bonnie McKee, as a songwriter and as an artist, and a person, and then Bambi, who kind of gets to do whatever she wants and kind of kick ass and take names. It's just nice to have a separation between my personal name and myself as an artist, because the lines can get blurred and it can get a little weird sometimes. So.
Talk about your second single, Sleepwalker.
Well, it's not an official single. Sleepwalker was an in-betweengle, I like to call it. It was a song in between singles. And I really just made it for the fans, you know. I made it earlier in the year, and I'm a big fan of 80s slasher flicks and zombie movies and all that. So I wanted to get all that and just make something fun for the fans. So it's just for them.
Do you have a favorite like holiday memory, maybe from childhood or anything like that?
Like from Christmas? Christmas time.
Or Thanksgiving?
You know what? When I was a kid, Santa brought us a karaoke machine, and it had 2 tape decks and like 2 microphones, and it was like Beatles tapes and the Beach Boys and like Les Miserables, and I learned a lot of songs on the karaoke machine, so that was like really treasured around the house.
If you could collaborate with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
Dead or alive? I mean, Michael Jackson is my ultimate. He's I love him so much. R.I.P. Michael. But I mean, then again, would you really want to be on a song with Michael Jackson? Because obviously he's going to be way better than anyone that he's doing it with. So maybe not Michael. Maybe I'll just go with Bruno Mars. How's that? A little more realistic, maybe.
Any rituals with you, Max, and Luke, when you guys all get together in the studio?
We eat a lot of nut fins. I'll eat an entire box of these nutcrackers and then regret it. I always have a Snuggie to keep me warm and inspired. And I don't know, lots of laughing. Lots of laughing.
I know you're doing an acoustic set or like a stripped down set today, but what is your live show like when someone goes to your concert?
It's really fun. You know, I'm bummed that the tour didn't happen because I have such a great show lined up, but I got costumes, it's very sparkly, very high energy, and I don't know, I put on a good show. I definitely break a sweat. So if you like to dance, come on out.